If you found this channel, congratulations. You've wandered into the right place. My name is Heartman, also known as the Samoan Sensei. Sup? Over the years, people have connected me with a number of different things. Sports, fitness, music, faith, family, and a few other chapters in my life. But fragrance? This is a newer lane for me. Now, am I new to fragrances? Yes and no. No, I'm not your typical fragrance influencer. I don't have a closet full of luxury bottles. I don't dress like I'm going to a rooftop party in Dubai. And I'm definitely not pretending that every man has unlimited money to buy whatever fragrances they want. But I do know what smells good. I know what feels wearable. I know what makes sense for regular guys who want to smell good and clean, confident and memorable without going financially bankrupt. This channel is for that everyday man, especially the dads. The men who work real jobs, long hours, raising families, managing responsibilities, trying to stay in shape, trying to lead and trying to look decent, and still trying to smell like they have their life together. I am a working man, a husband, a father of 4, and most days I barely have time to even think in complete sentences. But just like you, I want to give the best to my family and take care of myself and smell good in the process. So if you're looking for fragrance content that's honest, practical, and a little silly, then welcome to the Samoan Sensei. My fragrance story began in 2000 when my grandfather passed away. His death affected me deeply, but there was a moment at the funeral that never quite left me. Before the casket closed, I watched my grandmother grab his signature cologne, spray it on him, then she sprayed it on herself. She leaned in, kissed him, whispered a few words of love and hope, and of grief and goodbye as the lid began to slowly shut. It was in that moment that I understood that fragrance was more than just smelling good. Now, to my grandfather, maybe it was a part of his lifestyle, but to my grandmother, it was something much more sacred. It was a bridge between a memory and love, a scent that could bring him back even for a moment. Every time she could smell that scent, it reminded her of who he was. That is when I realized the power of fragrance. A bottle can hold more than just notes. It can hold memories and people and stories, grief and love and legacy. And sometimes the smallest things can serve as the biggest reminders that someone was here and that they were loved and that their presence still lingers even long after they're gone. Now, since then, I've been hooked on fragrances, their scent, the journey it takes me through, and whether or not it's something I'd wear, let alone recommend to somebody else. Now, do things like price and longevity matter to me? Of course they do. But at the end of the day, all I care about is whether or not it smells good and worth the buy. That is where I come in. On this channel, I'll be rating men's fragrances from all over the place with a heavy emphasis on designer, dupes, Middle Eastern, because I'm gonna be honest with you, your boy is not quite financially prepared to live in the niche tax bracket just yet. But I will not be ranking them in just some usual way. For every fragrance that I rate, they will face the question whether or not it is or
Pee-yew.
And is that because I'm Samoan? Yes, absolutely. That's exactly why. The goal is simple. To find out which fragrances actually smell good, which ones are worth the hype, and which ones guys like me and you should seriously consider before handing over our hard-earned money. Because smelling good matters. But smelling good without wasting money, that's just being wise. So don't worry, I got you. Along the way, you and I are also going to learn about the world of fragrance together. I will do the heavy lifting and research, test the scents, and share what I learn along the way that actually makes sense. Because at the end of the day, a good fragrance should do more than just collect dust on your shelf. So if this sounds like your sort of content, make sure to drop a follow, turn on all notifications so that you don't miss any of my upcoming posts. And that's my introduction. The video is over now. Go ahead. Tell your friends you found a fragrance channel that is educational, entertaining, a little ridiculous, and already more fun than it needed to be.